Okay, I'm just going to move quickly through the Best Director category, and I'll just read them first. Darren Aronofsky for Black Swan, David O. Russell for The Fighter, Tom Hooper for The King's Speech, David Fincher for Social Network, and Joel and Ethan Coen for True Grit. Um, Darren Aronofsky, as I said before, I don't like his style very much. I think he really needs to calm down a little bit. He needs to find a balance between, you know, character development and this ADD issue he has with the camera. I know it's a style, but I think that he can make it work in a different way. So yeah, I don't think that he's going to win this one. David O. Russell for The Fighter. What's interesting is that Darren Aronofsky was originally supposed to direct this film. And I guess because he directed The Wrestler, they thought that he would be able to do this. But I'm really, really glad he didn't, because I think that Darren is just, he's too concerned with style. And this film is not meant to be a stylistic piece per se. I think that this film is about the ensemble, about the acting, and I don't think the style should draw attention to itself. And I really liked what David O. Russell did with it. I think that it was a really nice, stripped down, realistic portrait of this family. So I thought he did a great job. Wish he got more recognition, but it's okay. Um, Tom Hooper for The King's Speech. I pretty much made it clear what I think about King's Speech. I don't hate it, but I don't think it should be as praised as it is, and that goes for the direction as well. And as I said before, I could not get into the direction. Maybe I don't get it, or maybe I'm missing something, but the look of it just drove me crazy with this whole fisheye wide angle lens that he had going on there. It just, to me, it made no sense. It didn't fit with the style. That's something that belongs in, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, not something like The King's Speech. So, he's certainly not a bad director at all, but I just think that this isn't the film that he should be recognized for. Let's see. Oh, David Fincher. Oh, yeah, of course. Um, I think that he's going to win the Oscar, and he should. He is so talented. He is one of my favorite working directors today, and his Oscar is long overdue, I think. He is one of our best, most auteur filmmakers, American filmmakers, and I think what is so great about him is how well he has aged as a director, so gracefully, and he just keeps getting better and better. And, I think about some of his earlier works um, compared to what they are now, and it's just so different. He started with very literal interpretations of the themes that he constantly uses throughout his films, cynicism and this kind of look at a world that's in decline. And he does that with Seven, which is a really well-made movie, and same with Fight Club as well, but they're very literal. Fight Club is about guys who beat each other up, and it's supposed to represent the decline of humanity and all of materialism and all that. But I think what's really great about him, and that why he's matured so well, is that he's reined it in, and he has sort of he's become more subtle in a way with Social Network. I mean, the same themes are there, but he's very tamed, and to me that's more effective. And that's one reason why I think that I love Social Network so much. I mean, it's perfect Fincher to me. And also I think of Zodiac, which, if you haven't seen that film, I highly recommend it. It was my second favorite film of the decade last year when I made my list. It is a brilliant, brilliant film, very similar to Social Network. And again, it's very tamed. It's about a serial killer, but it's very subtle, very haunting, very dark, yet still a paranoid thriller. I think that he is just great, and I hope that he continues on this path. Because if he does, he will be one of our great directors. Years from now, I think he could be legendary. But yeah, I think he's gonna win. Joel and Ethan Coen for True Grit. Love the Coen brothers. They're great, great directors. I don't think that this is one of their best films. In fact, I think this is one of their lesser films. But that's not a bad thing. They always make good films. and I really enjoyed True Grit. It's just not one of their best. So yeah, I'm sure they're very pleased to be nominated, but it's not their year this year. They had their year with No Country for Old Men. So yeah, I mean I think Tom Hooper has a chance, but I think that Fincher will get this one. I think the Academy feels that they owe it to him, and they do. So yeah, so those are my nomination picks, and yeah, so I don't know when I'm going to be able to do my next video. Hopefully it'll be soon. But yeah, just in case, it was really nice doing this and I had fun with it. And so I hope to see you guys again sometime. So talk to you later.